The Battle of Sisak, Croatian, Bitka kod Siska, Slovene, Bitka pri Sisku, German, Schlacht Sisak, Turkish, Kulpa Bozgunu, was fought on the 22nd of June 1593 between Ottoman regional forces of Hasan Pasha Predojević, a notable commander, beylerbey, of the Eyalet of Bosnia, and forces of the Holy Roman Empire under the supreme command of the Styrian general Ruprecht von Eggenberg. The Croatian troops were led by the Ban of Croatia, Tamás Erdődy, and major forces from the Duchy of Carniola and the Duchy of Carinthia were led by Andreas von Auersperg, Slovene, Andrej Turjaški, nicknamed the Carniolan Achilles. The battle took place at Sisak, central Croatia, at the confluence of the rivers Sava and Kupa, and resulted in a crushing defeat for the regional Ottoman forces, triggering the Long War. Although the central authorities of both the Ottoman Empire and Austria were rather reluctant to fight each other after several campaigns on Hungarian and Moldovian land and 4 renewals of the 1547 truce, large-scale raids were being mounted into each other's territories. There had been numerous raids into Hungary by Akinsula, the irregular Turkish light cavalry, and on the other hand, Uskoks, irregular soldiers on the eastern Adriatic coast, were being encouraged to conduct trades into Ottoman territory in the Balkans. These Uskok raids were damaging to the Ottoman provinces. Clashes on the Croatian and Slavonian frontier also continued despite the truce. Ottoman provincial forces had several attempts to seize major forts and towns across the Una and Sava rivers. In October 1584 smaller Ottoman units were defeated near Slunj, and on the 6th of December 1586 near Ivanić-Grad. The Croatian-Ottoman border went between Koprivnica and Virovitica to Sisak, then westward to Karlovac, southward to Plitvice Lakes, and southwest to the Adriatic Sea. Ottoman raids and attacks were increasing and the Croatian nobles were fighting without Habsburg support. Premise: in August 1591, without a declaration of war, Hasan Pasha Predojević, or Teli Hasan Pasha, Ottoman beylerbey of the Eyalet of Bosnia, attacked Croatia and reached Sisak, but it was repelled after 4 days of fighting. Tamás, or Tamás Erdődy, Ban of Croatia, launched a counterattack and seized much of the Slovene region. The same year Hasan Pasha launched another attack, taking the town of Ruprecht on the Una River. These raids forced the Ban to convene a meeting of the Croatian Parliament in Zagreb on the 5th of January 1592 and declare a general uprising to defend the country. In June 1592 Hasan Pasha captured Bihać and directed his forces towards Sisak for the second time. The fall of Bihać caused fear in Croatia since it stood on the border for decades. Hasan Pasha also successfully captured and burned the military encampment in Brest on the 19th of July 1592, built by Ban Erdődy a few months earlier near Petrinja. The camp had around 3,000 men, while the Ottoman forces had around 78,000. On 24 July the Ottomans started sieging Sisak, but lifted the siege after 5 days of fighting and heavy losses, leaving the region of Turapol ravaged. These events encouraged the emperor to put more efforts in order to stop the Ottomans, whose actions were halted by the winter battle. In spring 1593 Governor-General Hasan Pasha Predojević gathered a large army in Petrinja and on 15 June again crossed the Kupa River and started his third attack on Sisak. His army consisted of around 16,000 soldiers from the Sanjaks of Klis, Lika, Zvornik, Herzegovina, Požega and Cernik. Sisak was defended by at most 800 men commanded by Matija Fintic, who died on 21 June, and Blaž Đurac. The town was under heavy artillery fire and a call for help was sent to the Croatian Ban. Reinforcements led by Austrian Colonel General Ruprecht von Eggenberg, Ban Tamás Erdődy and Colonel Andreas von Auersperg arrived near Sisak on 21 June. They numbered around 4,500 cavalry and infantry. On 22 June between 11 and 12 o'clock they attacked Ottoman positions with the army of Ban Erdődy in front, consisting of Croatian hussars and infantry. The first assault was repulsed by Ottoman cavalry. Then the soldiers of Colonel Auersperg entered the battle followed by Eggenberg's and other commanders' men, driving the Ottomans back towards the Kupa River. The army of Hasan Pasha was driven into a corner between the rivers Odra and the Kupa, with the bridge across Kupa taken by Eggenberg's men. The Sisak garrison led by Blaise Turjaški also joined the attack. Caught in the middle between two Christian army flanks, the Ottomans panicked and started a chaotic retreat, trying to swim across the Kupa River and reach their camp. The bulk of the army with most of the commanders were either slaughtered or drowned in the river. The battle lasted around 1 hour and ended in a total defeat of the Ottomans. Hasan Pasha Predojević, the Muslim Vlach captain of the Ottoman regional force, did not survive the battle. Among the Ottoman commanders that were killed or have drowned in Kupa were Sultan Zaid Mehmet Bey of the Sanjak of Herzegovina, Zafor Bey of the Sanjak of Cernik, Arnaud Mehmet Bey of the Sanjak of Zvornik and Ramadan Bey of the Sanjak of Pojiga. Ibrahim Bey of the Sanjak of Lika managed to escape. Total Ottoman losses were around 8,000 killed or drowned. The Christian army captured 2,000 horses, 10 war flags, falconets and artillery ammunition left by the Ottomans. Christian army losses were light. A report from Andreas von Auersperg submitted to Archduke Ernest on the 24th of June 1593 mentions only 40-50 casualties. Aftermath and consequences. Christian Europe was delighted at the grandiose reports of the victory at Sisak. Pope Clement VIII praised the Christian military leaders, sending a letter of gratitude to Ban Erdődy, while King Philip II of Spain named Ban Erdődy a Knight of the Order of Saint Saviour. The Archdiocese of Zagreb built a chapel in the village of Grada near Sisak to commemorate the victory and decreed that a gratitude mass should be held every 22 June in Zagreb. The cloak of Hasan Pasha was given to the Ljubljana Cathedral. Blaise Turjaški, commander of the Sisak garrison, was awarded by the Croatian parliament for his contribution to the victory. Ban Tamás Erdődy wanted to take advantage of the victory and take Petrinja, where the remnants of the Ottoman army fled. However, Colonel General Eggenberg considered that there is not enough food for their army and the attack on Petrinja was halted. After the news of the defeat reached Istanbul, a revenge was demanded from the military leaders and the Sultan's sister, whose son Mehmet was killed in the battle. Sultan Murad III declared war on Emperor Rudolf II that same year, starting the long war that lasted until 1606 and was fought mainly in Hungary and Croatia. The war extended through the reign of Mehmet III, 1595 to 1603, and into that of Ahmet I, 1603 to 1617. The defeat brought the expansion of the Ottoman Empire into Central Europe to a temporary halt and allowed Croatia and Inner Austria with the duchies of Styria, Carinthia and Carniola to remain free from Turkish control, while the Habsburgs managed to affirm their position in those territories. Due to supply difficulties, however, the Austrians did not really manage to put this local victory to proper use, which allowed Ottomans to recover quickly and retaliate so that the ensuing war, the Second Habsburg-Ottoman War, Long War, or 13 Years' War, did not end until the Peace of Sitavatrok, or Zitava in November 1606. Legacy. As the Battle of Sisak took place on Croatian territory and the main body of the Christian defenders consisted of Croatian troops, the victory has ever since played a major role in the traditional interpretation of the history of Croatia. Croatia issued a commemorative stamp in 1993 called Victory at Sisak. The traditional daily ringing of the small bell of Zagreb Cathedral at 2 p.m. is in memory of the battle, as it was the Bishop of Zagreb who had borne the major part of the costs of the fortress of Sisak. Since fighters from neighboring Carniola reinforced the defenders, the battle is also a part of the Slovenian Tradition. In the 22nd of June 1993, the Republic of Slovenia issued 3 memorial coins and a postage stamp to commemorate the 400 years anniversary of the Battle of Sisak. Recent analysis of several hitherto unknown or unused Ottoman sources has shown that there seems to have been a conflict of interest between the policy of the Central Ottoman administration and the aims of Hasan Predojević, the belligerent Governor-General of Ottoman Bosnia. It appears that the struggle for more land and power was an important incentive for the offensive action on the side of the Bosnian Sipahis, an action which at that time was not really in accordance with Constantinople, Istanbul. The Sultan, on the other hand, may have felt that such an embarrassing defeat even of a vassal acting off his own bat could not go unavenged if he himself was not to lose face.